Much love and much light. I just wanted to talk to you real quick about the topic of healing and how deep it gets. So, I'm a tough girl. I'm a tough cookie, right? Um, I was raised in a family where we really don't hug that much. We don't kiss that much. Stuff like that. We don't show affection that much. So, um, for me, for my healing, I thought my healing was um, my relationship. So I got out of a relationship that was a little rough, and I thought my release was releasing him and how I felt about him, and not being attracted to him anymore, or not loving him anymore, and forgiving myself for dealing with him. So out of that relationship, I had a daughter, um, and my healing came back up again. Now this was earlier in the year. I haven't been in that relationship for like a year and a half. Um, and what I realized was that the healing is deeper than that, because we kind of are soul tied, connected forever now that we have a child. And he's not really around her. Like, he doesn't really come around her often. So I got a beautiful reading from Life Crystallized. I'll shout her out in the comments below. Um, and it helped me see that I still had a problem there. And I'm just like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, I don't want to be with him. I don't love him. I don't feel nothing towards him. I'm releasing anger. I'm releasing hate towards him. So what is the problem? Now, that was a lie. I was lying to myself. So make sure that when you're healing, you're not lying to yourself, right? So it wasn't towards him. It was more so towards him not being there for my child, or our child, right? Um, and I couldn't understand it, and it would just make me so angry and upset, and I would keep trying to push out and try to bring her to see him, and reach out, and it wasn't really reciprocal. So it would just make me upset, because it's like, I understand if you don't want to be with me, that's fine, but don't take it out on your kid, right? So in this reading, I'm blessed because it's great talking to people. This is why I do my videos and I do what I do. But um, we came to the conclusion that, and I'm glad she helped me, because sometimes in the healing process, you want to sweep things under the rug. You don't want to think about that being the reason that you're upset. But that was the reason I was upset, and I was angry because my daughter doesn't deserve not to be loved by a father, right? So I had to release that. I released it by writing down the reasons I'm upset. Um, and she was able to help me out. Like, some people are just raised the way they are. Like, my parents were raised the way they were so that they wasn't affectionate towards us. Like, they wasn't taught to be affectionate when they were children. And growing up, it was just something they probably pushed away. And then my parents got divorced, you know? So that kind of made me the way I was today. So I have to remember that for everybody. Like, you have to be compassionate for people. You have to be loving towards people. So what helped me heal was to be compassionate and loving, right? So I had to realize that the reason why my daughter's father is the way he is because of his own personal situation, and I had to let that go because it didn't have nothing to do with me, and it didn't have nothing to do with my daughter. So what I did to heal, y'all, and this is very important. I don't know what that is out there. So what I did to heal was um, I started being grateful for what we do have. So my father is still in my life. And though I had a difficult time with him growing up, he's always been there for me. And I've gotten to the point in my life, like after having the baby, like I kind of had to start all over. And my father opened his doors to me and my daughter. Now, my daughter and my father share the same birthday, and they love each other. That's like her best friend. When he comes in, is Dad! Because I always yell, Dad. That's what I'm constantly yelling, Dad! Dad! So that's what she hears to call him. She knows that's Grandpa too, but that's Dad, right? So I had to take a step back and realize, like, and be grateful, like, she has a dad. She has a father figure. Whether he knows how to be the right type of dad or not. And it's funny because me and my dad always going back and forth, and like, don't do that to her, do that to her. He's like, well, I'm her grandpa, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be giving her what she wants, and but that comes with the territory as well. But I'm very grateful for him being in her life, and I'm grateful for the other men in my life that are being great role models and trying to heal themselves and, you know, all the above, because they're also around my daughter. So I give thanks. I give thanks for my father being in my life and being in my daughter's life. Um, and he don't want us to move nowhere. He don't want us to go nowhere. And I'm very appreciative because I can work on myself and work on my healing and not focus on the other things of the world, right? I'm so grateful. So make sure that in your healing that you're putting out what you're grateful for and what you do have instead of what you don't have. And that's going to help you heal. I also, like I said, I write in my journal, and writing for me helps so much because it helps me put what's in here down on paper, and then I can see like, oh, I didn't know I was thinking that. Because sometimes you are not truthful to yourself. And don't beat yourself up about it. It's just like, you know, we live in the world full of phonies. So you can't beat yourself up for not being truthful to yourself. Just forgive yourself, move on, and continue to be truthful to yourself when you realize you was living a lie. You feel me? So thank y'all for listening. Much love. This was a deep topic for me and for healing, but there's things that I want to attract in my life. And from the reading I had with Life Crystallized, I realized that I have to release this. I have to heal this. I also did a soulmates reading. Sorry, y'all, my mascara is getting in my eye and the sun is bright. I did a soulmates reading, and for the divine feminine, there was release that had to go down as well. And this was after my reading with Life Crystallized. So that's so dope. So make sure y'all check out that soulmate reading as well. Again, thank you for listening to me. If you guys need to talk, you can find me on my social media platforms, and I love talking. I also do my intuitive readings. And you guys, if you need help on healing, or you need to know what processes or, you know, what you might need healing on, definitely hit me up. You can go to my website, www.spiritualearthbeingtv.com. Still new, y'all. And set up a reading there. If you don't see a reading specifically for you, you can do a general reading. Right now, to the end of September, we have a special going on, and everything is more than half off. I will continue to do specials so that you guys can utilize it, because I know how times get. All right, and I could also do smaller readings for you with shorter times that are more affordable, maybe like $5 for a 3-card reading or something like that. Okay, so much love to y'all. Shouts out to y'all. Again, we're in this battle together. You are not alone. So keep pushing, keep chugging. You're almost there, all right? And welcome to Libra season. I'm sorry. My birthday's coming up, and it's gonna be turned, y'all. Much love. Peace.